Ladies and gentlemen, what is up and welcome to episode number 9 of Rating Recap. I'm your host, Refrigerant, level 90, Demon Hunter, Death Knight, apparently. And I'm joined by my co-host, Angelo Ruiz. How's it going, Angelo?
It's going good, man. I mean, I like the switch up of the names, but I mean, we know you're the Wingser.
And today we're joined by our special guest, state champ, Davis Ochang. Why don't you give them a quick introduction?
Hey, how's it going? Davis Achong. I used to play WoW, retired, quit, whatever. Forced to quit, banned. same thing.
Just too damn good at the game.
I had a good run in college, and things changed. Bad decisions with the game, and now I'm on to other games. Monster Hunter at the moment.
Until you need that.
You playing that IRL? I heard about that new shit.
What is that?
You're playing that IRL game, man.
Yeah.
Alright, well, as I do every week, I've prepared a bunch of topics to talk about and for this to keep going smoothly. So we'll go on to the first real topic. Greatness is always being better than average. Greatness is showing up and making a difference. Greatness is achieved through hard work. Was it more satisfying winning a state championship or downing an extremely hard raid boss? So for those of you that don't know, Davis is actually an accomplished basketball player, high school. I mean, in Hawaii, that's all that matters, right? So, you know.
Yeah. I'd have to say probably state championship.
By a long shot or like just a little bit?
I think it was just because of more of the experience because we lost our junior year in the championship game. So I'd say it was a longer a process, a longer grind. You know, downing a raid boss can take difficult ones can be like a month maybe at most, or I guess never technically, but state championship was more rewarding, I think, because it was from losing the year before. It kind of motivated us, and it was a lot more rewarding when we ended up winning it. But for sure, raid boss is definitely up there in one of the accomplishments, especially when we did it as a group and we kept failing and stuff. It's kind of on the same, not on the same level, but definitely up there. I'll give you that.
I respect that answer. I respect that.
Oh my gosh. About how much hours a week did you put in for basketball?
Probably 6 days a week. Probably like 12 during the season. Maybe not as much summer and stuff, but definitely during the season it's probably 2 hours of practice, maybe like for 6 days a week, and then whatever games would be like maybe weekend games we'd come in early for shootouts and stuff. So it kind of depended. But definitely it was a minimum probably 10 to 12 hours, and then whatever we did after, like if it was working out or going to the gym or taking extra shots before or after.
That's cool, man.
I probably spent more time playing WoW though, for sure.
Is it because it's more fun?
When I really got into it. Definitely. And I could play late at night, and it was, I guess I could say it was a bigger priority than basketball at the time. I didn't have as many restrictions with school or parents and stuff like that, and just access to the gym.
Unleash the true Davis. Nice.
Yeah. Just play in bed. Yeah, my setup was, unconventional.
Yeah, Davis used to just lie down in bed on his back and put his laptop on top of his stomach and just play.
That's the dream, man.
That MacBook Pro life.
What about you, Angelo?
I mean, I can't really say the same for myself because I ain't no state champ, but I mean, I won. The closest thing I won is intramural games, championships. So I got a couple of shirts, but I still think beating mythic bosses is probably better than that because I mean, state champ, you get a trophy. We didn't get a trophy.
Yeah,
we got a
we
shirt.
Get loot on for killing bosses, and an achievement.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's better. Or I feel more
All right, we'll move on to the next topic. In a previous episode, it was mentioned that this game is a potential escape from reality and allows you to explore a different side of life that is not bound by the harshness of reality. Do you think you'll ever outgrow the game, or will WoW always hold a special place in your heart?
I think definitely it'll hold a special place in my heart just because how much hours I put into it, and the people that I met actually made a lot of friends. I mean, I've only met like Angela a couple of times. Like I play basketball with Dave now, and I met all them through WoW, and it's kind of crazy that I've kind of, I guess, felt closer to them during college just through the game because I would be on it so much. Even like some guys like Ralph, and I knew some of his friends that I met through playing with him, but like I lost touch with high school friends that I haven't talked to, but I got close with all these people I played video games with, and even though I've only met them in person a couple of times, it's crazy the friendships that I've made just playing the game.
That's cool.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, I remember the first time I met Jonah and Jeremy, I was like, damn, they're nothing what I was expecting, but after like just chilling for a bit and just talking, it was just like we were just playing video games, like talking online. Especially Mark.
Yeah, for
Mark
sure.
used to be like a very like quiet kid in high school.
Yeah, he's changed over the years,
Yeah.
but it's probably
Yeah.
for the better.
Yeah, you meet different types of people for sure. They kind of express themselves through the game and their passion for the game, like how much they like it, and it's easy to talk to them about the game. And I kind of enjoyed that because yeah, it's different than sports.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, plus
It's
it's
a
more
different side.
accessible.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Angelo, do you think you'll ever outgrow the game?
I think I would, but there'll always be a spot in my heart that's like, yeah, that was some good times. You know what I mean? But right now, I mean, I'm playing the next expansion, so I haven't really outgrown it yet. But I think there will be a time where like I won't play the next expansion. But I mean, I can always look back saying like, man, those were
Yeah, you
some
can
good
just be
times.
retired like Davis.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I haven't reached that point yet. You know, I'm still on that grind.
Yeah. Lucky you. No, but like college is definitely brings back memories for college. It was a big part of my college life, I feel like, and it was really my first game that I really got into because I kind of didn't. I like video games, but I didn't really have consoles or anything. I didn't play too many computer games. So when I got to college, it was my real first game that I played and got really into, and I was able to play. So it definitely holds like a good spot in my heart, and just bring back. Always think of college, and always think about those times playing
dope.
WoW.
Yeah, it's thanks to you that we actually all ended up playing WoW. Because I remember you were like, yeah, I was trying to play MapleStory, but I couldn't download MapleStory on my MacBook. So it was World of Warcraft.
Yeah. I tried to buy I forget what it was called, where you could play like Windows games on the MacBook just to play MapleStory. I forget what it's called, but
Pandora.
Were you trying to get a VR or
something like
virtual
that
machine or?
Yeah, just like the VR, like that desktop that just that's the Windows desktop or whatever. But I remember I tried to play MapleStory, and you guys used to play, and you guys started playing WoW, so I was like, all right, I'll just spend money and play WoW, and took off from there.
Yeah, for me personally, I think that WoW will always hold a special place in my heart, and I think that I'll probably never outgrow the game, assuming that we always just keep coming back. So maybe I'm just too addicted already at this point. All right, we'll move on to the next topic. Mentality and emotions. Some of us use our emotions to pull themselves together and fuel their mental fortitude to the next level, while others crumble due to anger and anxiety. What is your tips for using emotion to enhance your gameplay, and what mindset do you have in competitions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to go first? Is it all?
I mean, I gauged most
Okay,
of these questions focused around you, so.
Okay, cool. Mentality, emotions, and competition. I'm actually really competitive, obviously. When I'm really into something, I kind of hate losing or hate not succeeding, and so for me, I prepare. I always try to just make sure that I'm ready for certain situations and that I'm prepared and do my homework ahead of time. And for some reason, it only translates to sports and video games, and I wish it translated to school and
or waking up on time for work.
Yeah. It kind of doesn't translate to the kind of more important things, but definitely for video games and sports, I'm really competitive, and I take pride in making sure that I'm really hard on myself, super self-critical. So I hate losing, I hate not doing well, and I hate just succeeding. Succeeding is kind of just or being good at something that I'm really passionate about is kind of just second nature, I guess, for me. But it only translates to a couple things
that really matter.
Yeah.
So, I know that a lot of athletes have pre-game rituals and all that. Did you go through those or not really?
Not really. I mean, I guess I kind of picked up on things that warm-ups that I would do sports-wise, just making sure that I would stretch and make sure that my legs are warmed up. I get there ahead of time to warm up my body, my legs, and get some shots up. But for the most part, I'm not super superstitious. If I play well, I don't go back to, oh, this is how I warmed up. This is what I did exactly. Or if I played bad, oh, it's probably because I didn't do this. I didn't come to the gym early enough, or I didn't, wear the right socks or something like that, or things like that. But I think it's more just, for me, it's not so much superstitions like wearing these shoes or wearing eating this food before a game or whatever. It's more just physically warming myself up, my body and my legs, and making sure I'm ready to go from the beginning.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't really look back. Yeah, I don't really look back and think oh shoot, I should have ate this. I shouldn't have, or I should have wore these socks. I should have, these are my lucky sleeves or something like that. Yeah, that wasn't me.
I remember I used to eat candy before volleyball games. Me and my friend Alvern, we would grab nerds and all that, and we just chuck the whole thing. Yeah. Well,
And that worked for you?
We did have the best record out of all the Damien teams at the time, but yeah.
Because of those nerds.
What about you, Angela? Do you have any or so what kind of mentality do you have when you play, especially for competitions? Yeah.
Competitively?
I hope you're competitive when you raid. I know that a lot of us take it
Well, obviously, that's why I try to top charts. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm pretty competitive. But I'm not like Mark that is oh, slow down over there. It's I like competition, and if someone's beating me, obviously motivates you to work harder. Or try to improve somehow.
So do you have the mindset of I'm gonna crush all my opponents?
Not really, not that, or just I can do better, or there's always.
So you're not always hyped up on testosterone, being I'm a fucking stomp their heads and crush them.
Not really. I'm more of the lax side of that. I'm lax competitive. I'm not trying to destroy my opponents, but
yeah.
I like.
Yeah. I think for me, I have a different mentality when it came to sports and to video games. I kind of knew my place in WoW and stuff. I tried to, of course I wanted to be good at it, but I kind of was more of ask questions, and I didn't expect to be the best every time, just because I was pretty new and stuff. But when it came to sports and basketball, I always felt a little bit, because I played for so long, and I was it's kind of something I did a lot. When it came to basketball, I would always that
was your zone.
Expect. Yeah, I was kind of how you guys are in WoW and stuff, top of the charts. It's kind of me to for basketball, kind of take over, or expect myself to lead or win or help us win more than WoW. For example, I'd probably be happy with being top 5 in the DPS, or not dying or something like that, or doing just being a good part of the group, and making sure I'm not holding us back. I'm just doing, and I'm not like the lead guy, like the tank or like the top DPS. I'm more just like middle pack where I don't screw up, and I'm not the one causing us to wipe and stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool. To
respect
me, it
that
seems
shit.
like you don't really know where to go next in the game, but you're willing to help out to get there.
Yeah. I just make sure that I at least knew the bosses a little bit. I kind of, when I first encountered a raid boss, I would, I'd focus on mechanics more than DPS, and then as we played it more, you get used to it, then you can do rotation. So I wasn't expecting to be right off the bat, like, doing the best and, getting it right away, like most, like you guys. But I think it was just me knowing kind of my role and my place.
Mentality, man. We could use more people like
Yeah.
you. Yeah, that's that
That's
positive mental attitude. That's hypey. All right. Well,
Yeah. I just didn't want to be the one to cause us to wipe, so it's kind of just like like the guy you can get pissed off about and like talk shit in the other
like,
chat, Yeah, so
man,
it's
why is he
a
so
separate chat.
retarded?
That's why.
Come on.
Yeah.
now.
All right,
I don't
we'll move
wanna
on
be
to
that
the
guy.
Next topic. When you did play, you were really into player versus player. What about this aspect of the game was so lucrative to you?
Oh, probably the competitive side. I mean, it's like outplaying. There's always, every match was kind of different because you're always trying to outplay a different person. But at the same time, it was team based. So, you it's not just you by yourself. You can't just you win because of you, you lose because of you. It's you have to help out. When someone else isn't doing well or needs help. And I think it was like a wins and loss tracking. So that was kind of just brought on my competitive side. I liked knowing that, every match was a different challenge, and you kind of had to perfect. It kind of helped me perfect my like knowing how to play the monk or like my character, because you can't like
Do
just
your rotation,
stare.
right?
You can't just like TPS. Yeah, you know what I mean. You kind of have to pay attention to a lot of things. So I think it sped up my my learning curve a little bit, learning my character, as well as like also other characters. I didn't know. That's how I learned about like healers or like other DPS's abilities. It just learning like through what other people did against me when I played arena. So I think it really helped me learn learn how to play, master my rotation without just subconsciously, and also it helped me learn about other types of characters, which ones like I thought was appealing, which helped me try something else different if I liked it, or if I thought someone else was really good. I was like, oh shit, that guy. And you follow streamers, and streamers are always like, I was entertained by how skilled those Twitch streamers were, and there's the pros or like BlizzCon and stuff. I thought that was super entertaining, even though I didn't like pick up right away. I thought it was pretty exciting.
That's really cool, man. Yeah, I think that a lot of players, especially on the raid teams, they don't explore PvP, and a lot of them don't know how to adapt, which you learn strictly from PvP, like adapting, like positioning, and like learning how to prioritize your spells.
Yeah.
Like that's something that you can't teach people. So that's really cool.
Yeah. It's really noticeable in PvP when people don't, they just stand there. They don't know how to like their keyboard turners or stuff like that. It's kind of a different play style because you're forced to turn with your mouse, and you're forced to like change it up a little bit. Because at first I was playing with like, I was
With
just
your
turning
trackpad?
with my keyboard, and it was a lot slower. Yeah. So like when I played PvP, I was forced to get like a plug-in mouse kind, and it kind of forced me to improve my game, I guess. And it really, I think it translated to rating too, and I think it kind of just was
That's cool.
beneficial
What
both
about
ways.
you, Angelo, and PvP? Because I know you do follow PvP. Not as hard, probably not as hardcore as Davis, but more than me.
I mean, yeah, I did PvP like a lot during Wrath days or Lich King days, but that was because like Beast Mastery Hunter was kind of stupid. But I mean, it's always fun because like you know that you're trying to kill like the other team, and it's like alliance versus horde, and we always want to kill alliance scum. You know what I mean? And the arena side, it's like very competitive, and like what Davis was saying, it's like all about outplaying. So that's probably what hooked me for arena, is outplaying the other team, like either going for the healer or their DPS or
Yeah, my favorite
whatever
comps
the
is running
situation
twos and running burst comps and just bursting out one guy. And like if you don't win him on the initial burst, like,
Yeah.
you lose. But it's just so like you get like a rush of adrenaline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what me and Jonah ran in Wrath. We ran Ret Pally, Beast Mastery Hunter, and if we didn't kill within Beast or Wrath wings, which is like the first 15 seconds, we lose.
Well, that's cool.
But
Yeah.
usually that's how we got
What was your highest
challenging.
rating?
I think it was like I think
You know
almost
yours,
2K.
Davis?
I think I got 2K for threes, and I think I was close to 2K for twos. But that was when I got more serious, because I guess at a certain threshold, I had to get a mic and stuff and play with people that. And I didn't really like playing with other people that I didn't know, so I kind of just waited
Like
for
Royce
a
or
couple of my
Ralph?
friends and stuff. Yeah, Royce or Ralph, and then one of our other friends, Jermaine. So I didn't really get put myself out there. I probably could have played more, but like whenever I would like just pug random people, I wouldn't use a mic, I wouldn't use Discord or whatever. So it kind of hindered our communication. But it kind of forced me to pay attention more, because you have to, without the communication, it's not as easy to stop CC or whatnot, or see when guys are don't have defenses or stuff like that. And I think it also it's crazy to PvP kind of introduced me to CC just in general, because I didn't really know too much about it. I didn't see like the purpose, so I had a ton of abilities that I kind of just didn't use when it came to raiding, and then it forced me to realize that certain abilities are good, like just paralysis or like AoE stuns, and then diminishing returns, all those things I learned.
Dude, I remember
just through
Heart of
PvP.
Fear when you and Mitch didn't understand the concept of interruption. And I was like, holy crap. This is terrible.
Yeah. I thought it was just I think because I think the Hunter still had silencing shot, so I like played Hunter, so I didn't know the difference between shot and counter shot or something. Yeah, interrupt. So I was just like pressing it whenever, just because I thought, and I didn't, and I would just miss it or whatever. I just wasted. And then when the actual bar, like when you had to interrupt, came up, I didn't have it on off cooldown.
You remember that, Angelo?
I wasn't raiding with you guys at the time,
dude, that was...
so yeah. Because I was doing Pandora.
Yeah, that's when you were all about that college life, right?
I was playing playing a shit ton of League during that time. Like I would just play League all day.
YouTube channel, man.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't play that expansion.
League of Legends. I'm still addicted to that game. All right, we'll move on to the next topic. We got 2 more topics here. All right. In 2011, you were regarded as a left-hand guard with a deadly 3-point shot. I got that off of Star Advertiser. If you're forced to recruit, oh, you know the article, No.
I think you mentioned that before. That's
one
why.
of your friends from World of Warcraft to play on the state champ game, who would that person be? And assuming Micah Christensen's not injured.
So a World of Warcraft
from
player,
our raid team. Yeah.
The recruit on my basketball. Well, let's see.
Just talk through your thought process that way. Probably.
Okay, so I still play with Eugene, Royce, and I play with actually Dave. Dave's coming out on Sundays to play. So, I mean, I know they still play. But I'm either thinking one of those three or
wait, before you answer this, I can actually grab the rim now, so you know.
Oh yeah, and I saw your benching, so
Yeah, I can
your
warm the
benching
bench,
vid.
you know. Like...
So you did.
do you still talk to Dan,
Yeah.
by the way?
No, I haven't really kept in touch with him. I don't know what he's been doing. I mean, we went to dinner sometimes, but that was like months ago. He's kind of been MIA. But I'd probably. Well, now I can throw you in that conversation, Gavin, to boost your confidence.
I just want to be in the running.
But you'd be.
Okay.
No, you'd be a close second.
Okay, we don't need to know who the first is then.
Yeah. I'd probably pick Dan because Dan is good at everything, and he probably, even if he hasn't played for a while, he'd probably still pick up a basketball and be pretty good.
Damn, dude,
and yeah,
you breaking hearts.
He's good at a lot of shit. I agree with that.
Yeah. I hope Huge and David
so that way
they
gain the mental fortitude, right, to push to the next level.
Yeah, that was
all right.
That was my plan.
We'll move on to the to the next topic. Even though we may not think about it, we are a team, and without everyone doing their part, we would fall apart. What do you believe you contribute to the team?
I think I contributed someone that was passionate about the game, so I took it seriously. I was always like on earlier. I was playing from before, like I was on for a while before the raid started to practice, like either my rotations or like watch the YouTube videos to make sure I knew the mechanics. I think I was just, I was above average. I had my occasional, like, where I screw up wiping or like, dying, which caused us to wipe. But I think for the most part, I came to the raid prepared. I didn't really hinder us too much. I got better over time. And I think I really took it seriously and I really enjoyed it. So like that passion and that love for the game and raiding really translated to to help the team. I wasn't just there just to be there and just be like, the guy that we needed to fill the raid group or someone that just showed up last minute.
Who are you trying to describe here?
To pass the time.
Was it someone particularly hungry?
I don't want to drop names, but we'll just
yeah, I totally
keep
agree.
it at that.
Like your passion for the game is very infectious. Like I remember wanting to be like a better player because of you, because I've seen how much time you put to the game, and it was really refreshing because like the rest of us have been playing this game for like 5+ years at that point, and it's kind of like we take for granted like what we know and all that. So it was really cool to see you have that drive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think I just didn't want to. I was someone that kind of learned from my mistakes. I didn't want to be the guy, like I said, to wipe or cause us to start all over. So I kind of took that seriously because I just don't want to be the guy.
Rewards, that guy, man, you'd get the most improved reward. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I think I put a lot of time into it.
Is this your acceptance?
It was up there on my priority list, definitely. I'd like to thank my professors for letting me watch YouTube videos in class. All my friends that helped me, all the people I whispered for help.
Shout out to all the haters.
Motivating me. All the people thought
awesome.
I couldn't do it.
So what about you, Angelo? What do you contribute to the team?
For me, what do I contribute to the whole team? I think I was one of those guys that usually try to help to call out everything, because like if someone's gonna say it and no one's gonna say it, then you want to say something, right? So rather say something and you be wrong than say something and nothing happening. So it's better to be vocal than not vocal.
Didn't you mention to me that thanks to raiding in another game, Final Fantasy, like it's sort of forced you to step up?
Yeah, like in like FF, I like called out all the mechanics, and then in WoD, I think I I help call out like a bunch of them because usually it's because I'm doing the mechanics, and or Jonathan, and then that has to be relayed somehow. And
Yeah.
or like if someone's not moving and they should be moving, then
Yeah.
you just say something, right?
Oh, that's cool. For me, I think I could. For me, I think
I
I
agree with
contribute
that.
just a good time. You know, it forces everyone to want to play every week, and I'm always like super hardcore on that social media front. Like I remember posting and like texting literally everybody individually, like reminding everyone about the raid because I was just so excited about it. But maybe that's because I'm just a huge nerd.
I respect that. Like,
Yeah.
you trying to step up and make sure everybody's like on time, and I mean
Yeah,
that's the
but
role of a
that's
raid
really
leader.
tough
So.
though, especially when someone wants to quit. But as we talked about last episode, like if someone wants to quit, just let them quit. So
Yeah, I think it's hard to force someone to do what they don't want to do. So it's just like you just have to
Yeah.
yeah, but what about
do
David?
what you
Someone that
can and
wants to
then
do
go
it
from
but he
there.
can't, you know? No.
Well, I mean, I can't help him in that department, dude.
Yeah.
That's just
It's
OP.
yeah. It's just what it is. What it is. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't really.
Yeah.
Everyone understands it. It's just you just got to do it. It's just
Or you could let
it's
him go
time
out
to
with the
retire. You know.
girlfriends on whenever raid nights are, and then just be like, "Oh, I'll pay for it. Don't worry." All right, we'll move on to the last and final topic.
I try.
Over time, whether we like it or not, we tend to build up tendencies and skills that allow us to transcend our limits. What are some skills in sports that has given you, or what are some skills that sports has given you to make you excel in life?
The easy one is probably team player. It's like an interview question, but I think it probably help me be a good team player, I guess, teammate. You know, in sports, it's never about you, right? It's about the team, and like winning comes first. And I think having that mentality really translates to the real world, because a lot of times you're not doing things by yourself. Especially like in work, you always have a team or like a branch that when people are like are sick or they have to come up, like you have to pick up after their slack, or you know if they're struggling, new people are struggling, you have to come and help them out, and you have to realize that it's you can't just like ignore them or pass them off to someone else, because at the end of the day it's kind of everyone is all just trying to have the same goal or trying to get better or trying to do their jobs well. So, and it kind of translates to like if one person is struggling, for example, and then you don't help them out, it kind of just looks bad on your part, or like the supervisor's part, or like just the team in general. And I think that translated from sports to like the games to WoW and to just work in life. I think you kind of have to put other people first sometimes. It's not always about you. I think that's definitely one thing. And definitely I think just also it for sports, it's kind of just just to give it your all, especially when you're passionate about something. I mean, it's really taught me to not be afraid of like working hard. It's something you really enjoy, and obviously that
So it sounds to me
can
that you
translate to a lot
enjoy
of
team
things too.
sports a lot more than individual sports. Is that true?
I would say to an extent. I haven't played too many like individual sports. I think the only one I can think of is like bowling, which is just casual, right? Like, but for the most part, I played tennis for one summer, but that was just whatever. But yeah, I think for the most part, play team sports, and it's kind of just what it is. It's you can't do it by yourself most of the time.
What about you, Angelo? What aspect of sports has I guess molded you into a better person?
Definitely, yeah, same thing. I think for me, the biggest one is teamwork. I think
Yeah.
that's really key. Because I mean, I'm kind of selfish, but like, I think sports for sure helps you realize like it's a team
it's
thing. You know, you can't just
like
solo
teaming
that
up
shit.
to.
Unless you're Michael Christensen, then like fuck you. That's a different
Hey.
story. But fuck.
But
You know what I
I
mean?
guess
Like,
we
still
needed
needed
us.
4 other people
We
to
were
stand
still
on the
part of the
court.
team. Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
just for legal purposes,
Yeah.
just because they have to have 5 people. Yeah.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Can't inbound the ball to yourself, you know.
Dude, that's freaking hilarious. For me, sports definitely. If it wasn't for sports, I probably wouldn't be like a raid leader or like had explored my leadership roles. Like I was a team captain for volleyball, like all the way from elementary school. So that definitely taught me how to handle teams, and that's why I enjoy raid leading so much. And I want to keep pushing, like bonding with the team. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
for
end of the
sure.
topics. Do you have any topics that you'd like to discuss, Davis?
No, how's it been? How's WoW been? I don't know. I haven't played since Legion, and I don't know what the new expansion's like or
You're gonna be kind of
what's
sad,
different.
but
'Cause they have-
basically no one plays except me and Mark, and Ralph still plays too. But basically, we had like a very bad fallout in the beginning of Legion, thanks to me, and we basically never recovered as a group. And after the
Yeah, well, it's hard. We try to get a lot of people, right? We try to keep a
Yeah.
large group together, and it was hard. It's just hard for everyone to, you know, be consistent with it. I think like every expansion that I played, it was kind of good at the start, and then people just started falling off, and it kind of just died out. Maybe like within the first couple.
Yeah, so that's why I was trying to. That's why I'm trying to make supplemental content like this to get everyone excited week to week. Like right now, it doesn't really matter, but I'm hoping that when morale gets down and all that, like we'll start growing a community that'll just be strong enough to withstand those dark times. Because eventually it'll be all good after we like down bosses, you know, like.
Yeah, it's hard because it's. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a game, but like that's why it's hard to get people like excited. They kind of just some people take it as just like a relief from their school or work, and other people take it like super seriously, and it's hard to bring those people together to have the same like level of like passion and want from the game. And it's hard, especially for like a large like a raid group. Like if we were trying to get 20+ people, it's like that's why I think it's hard. Like some people get frustrated, and some people it was they just didn't have the time to put as much to watch videos, YouTube videos, or they didn't have put enough time to gear up or something like that as other people. So gear is really important, right? And it's hard, like when you fall behind, you can't, it's hard to make that up, and people get down when some guys like in the first couple of weeks already have mythic gear, and then right, like it's kind of just like they're doing like twice as much damage or something like that. And it's one of those games where you kind of just you have to like put the time into, it's like it is a grind, and it is a grind to get gear, and you do have to put a lot of time into like just raid, to PvP or whatever it is. And I think it was hard.
Well, you kind of hit the nail on the
it was a good time for sure.
Like, one of the main reasons why I'm doing these rating recap interviews is because I'm trying to establish everyone's goals for next expansion, so that way everyone's sort of on the same page, or everyone has a deeper understanding of what this player wants out of the game, and basically what we can expect from that player. Like judging from all these interviews, for Eugene, like I could expect someone who would sign on every week and at least know what to do, but not necessarily excel. Same with you. Like I'd expect you to be like a middle of the pack person, while someone like Angelo or Mark, from talking with them, they'd want to push at least heroic, while Royce is more on the extreme end where he'd want at least 1 or 2 mythic kills. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah. lot of people planning
as
on
of right now, we have
doing the
a
expansion.
total of nine of my IRL friends, not including you or Eugene or people on the fence for that matter. People on the if everyone on the fence comes, we're at like 14, 15. But don't
Shoot,
worry,
I wish
man.
I was.
You'll be
I
in
wish
the
I was
game,
even
man.
on the fence.
Fourth quarter. Angelo, is there any topics you want to bring up?
Yeah.
I think we covered a lot. That's regarding Roy Davis. I mean, but that was good. Like it was a good point of view. Like esports versus real sports.
That's the
you know?
underlying tone I was going for.
But mentality, I guess mentality-wise, it's like both the same. It looks like.
Yeah. I think there's like you can take
cool.
things
If
from
the
both
people
sides.
want to find you, Davis, where can they find you?
They can find me.
Okay, where you play pickup games at?
I play at work at Pearl Harbor on base, and I play at Sundays 2 to 5, Cocoa District Park. Dave comes out. He's been coming out. Royce came out. Huge said it's too far. But yeah, I mean, that's where I am. Or like I'm just at home chilling if I'm not at work. Kind of just real work life. We moved into town, so
that's cool.
We're out there now. Yeah.
All right.
So just me
actually,
and
if the people
me
want
and
to find you,
Candace.
where can they find you at?
They can hit me up at Angiolo on all the social media. ANGYOLO.
All right. Well, that's the end of the show. I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.